I'm just going to give a quick overview of how to plant bluebells and where the ideal location would be and the conditions preferred by bluebells. So first of all, when to plant them. In the late autumn is the ideal time, really from October up as far as late as December it's possible to plant them. And in terms of when we expect them to flower, it'll in March of the following spring, okay? So you can see from the bluebell bulbs that are in my hand here, they're relatively small bulbs, okay? And the ideal location for them would be really in a woodland setting, so they can handle semi-shade quite well and thrive in such conditions. You know, the type of soil they prefer is, like all bulbs, they like well-drained soil. So somewhere where there's good drainage will be ideal because they hate sort of a waterlogged conditions. So in terms then of the actual exact location, my general preference would be, and where I think they look really well, is sort of clustered around the base of a tree, okay? So what I'm just going to do is give a quick overview of how it goes with this. So I like to do this maybe in a, you know, not have it totally formal the way it is. So we want to have them surrounded around the tree, but a certain level of randomness to it. So what I'm going to do here is just throw the bulbs like this, and just repeat the same on the back, and here, here, and there as well, okay? So we have a sort of a scattergun effect here, okay? Now, we have a couple of different choices here how we go at it, but as we're so close to the base of the tree, I think using the spade here probably isn't a great idea. A better idea here would be to just use something like a hand trowel. Now, the general guideline on all bulbs is you want to plant it roughly 3 times, the depth should be 3 times the height from base to tip of the bulb itself, okay? So if we look at this bulb here, we can see the tip here, tip is here and the base is here. What I'm just going to do is, I'm just going to dig down here and loosen up the soil. Okay, so you can see here what we had was a situation where we had 2 bulbs side by side. So I'll probably actually just come along and plant these 2 bulbs together. So we've roughed up the soil, and I'll just plant the first bulb here and the second one side by side down to that depth there, okay? And what we'll do here then is we'll just backfill in the soil. Now if we had a situation where it was very stony soil, so we had to remove soil and there was no obvious soil that we could replace it with, what we can use here is just a bucket of soil like this, where you can actually just dip into the bucket and just add some soil into the hole. And what we do then is we just repeat that entire process as we go around the base of the thing, and come next spring then hopefully we'll have a beautiful selection of bluebells. So that's it, an overview of how to plant bluebells.